Transitional National Legislative Assembly, this is the inaugural speech of the Speaker today. Vice President James Wani-Ega, Cluster, Economic Cluster. Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker of Transitional Legislative Assembly, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker of Council of States, Your late Lordship, Chief Justice, the Speaker of Council of State, and the First Deputy. The Honorable Ministers of the National Government, the Government Chief Whip and other Chief Whips, Honorable Chairpersons and Deputy Chairpersons of the Standing Specialized Committees of both Houses, the Transitional National Legislative Assembly and Council of States, Honorable Members of Transitional National Legislative Assembly and Council of States, representatives of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of the UN and other development partners, religious leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, honorable members, I stand here today with a profound sense of gratitude and humility to deliver my maiden remarks to this great august House as the sixth Speaker of the National Legislative Assembly of South Sudan since July 9th, 2011. I salute all of you. Following the SPLM Parliamentary Caucus meeting held in SPLM House in Juba on the 31st of March 2026, the chairperson of my indomitable and historical party, Comrade Salton Mayati, duly nominated me to be the next Speaker of the Transitional National Legislative Assembly, TNLA, after the party recalled the outgoing Speaker. I accepted the nomination of the Chairman, Comrade Salfa, with heartfelt meekness and earnest appreciation for the trust placed in me. I also thank the members of the SPLM Parliamentary Caucus in the Transitional National Legislative Assembly for the honor they have bestowed upon me. I, as well professionally, extend my honest appreciation to all the members of the Transitional National Legislative Assembly for receiving the news of my nomination jubilantly. I never had any doubt about your belief in me to lead the August House at this critical and defining moment. As one of the ranking member of SPLM and a veteran, I committed to the values of the liberation struggle which gave birth to the Republic of South Sudan and be guided by the principles and objectives for which we sacrificed more than 2 million martyrs. I would like to thank my predecessor, Honorable Jemanu Kumba, for her service in the Transitional National Legislative Assembly during her tenure, and I wish her well. I consider the current leadership transition in the Transitional National Legislative Assembly as a natural and normal process of transferring authority, responsibility, and power from one speaker to another. I am truly humbled by the leadership responsibility that you, the August House, have placed in me and Honorable Ngere Payam to join our two colleagues, the first and the third deputies, the government chief whip and the other whips, to serve you in accordance with the aspirations of the people of South Sudan. We take this political assignment not as a privilege, but rather as a right and inherent duty and a entitlement of any citizen of South Sudan to serve. This assignment is not a special privilege and a benefit granted to us. Right, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, honorable members, in my leadership, I will be committed to the full provisions of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, RSS, and the rules of the National Assembly Conduct of Business Regulations 2011 amended 2021. I encourage the executive to fully implement the agreement. In adherence to our basic laws and the rules guiding our operations, I encourage the members of Parliament to bury their hatchets and to put more emphasis and efforts on unity, regardless of our political affiliation, region, and gender. Our unity is paramount, and it is unity which will enable us to better manage complex legislative processes, utilize the resources as desired, oversee and scrutinize the government, and implement reforms. Our unity will be the lubricant to save the Parliament and our constituents with dedication and fairness to ensure inclusive politics where all MPs have equal rights and opportunities to participate in parliamentary office. I am determined to usher in an era where politics is used for collective decision making, managing power, and distributing resources fairly. We must be resolute to make our principle of justice, liberty, and prosperity a reality, not just a mere slogan. Therefore, I encourage all the members in the National Legislative Assembly to work in unison, first through diverse parliamentary caucuses, and secondly, in their standing specialized committees to attain synergies to enable them to serve South Sudan people better. As a Speaker of the Transitional National Legislative Assembly, I will be impartial presiding officer to safeguard that all proceedings in the plenary are orderly and aligned with the rules of the House. With this connection, honorable members of the August House, my administration shall endeavor to provide MPs with a fair platform to question and vet executives and table my motions and issues without fear and favor. This is necessary to promote more inclusive and structured parliamentary engagement and instill the sense of accountability and transparency. With the upcoming elections around the corner, our focus shall be to facilitate the completion of any remaining legal framework, to provide tools and the necessary resources to conduct free, fair, transparent, accountable, inclusive, and peaceful elections in December 2026. Equally important priorities are the improvement of Parliament functions, which include but not limited to: 1. Strengthening oversight, ensuring accountability and transparency in government and spending actions, and of course, including the Transitional National Assembly. 2. Legislative efficiency. We shall embark on expediency in passing bills tabled before us by reducing procedural delays. 3. Supporting institutional reforms necessary for good governance that improve livelihoods and create opportunities for our constituents. Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker, Honourable Members, whether we are elected or appointed to this House, we are not here to represent ourselves and pursue self-interest. We are here to represent the will of the people of the Republic of South Sudan as mandated by the Constitution. Therefore, I urge you, my colleagues, the MPs, to respect and represent those who send us to the legislature meticulously and enhancing parliamentary environment with diligence and deliberately promote dialogue to foster internal and nationwide reconciliation. As the Speaker of the Transitional National Legislative Assembly, I will be impartial presiding officer to ensure that proceedings in the plenary are orderly and aligned with the rules of the law as an emphasis. The Right Honourable Deputy Speaker and Honourable Members of the August House, I am conscious about the economic hardship that our citizens face. In order to address this dire situation, we shall endeavour to enact legislation to deal with some of the economic and financial crimes threatening the national security of our sovereign country. In my observation, the suffering of our citizens is attributed to these economic evil practices such as cash hoarding, money laundering, and racketeering, to mention but just few. We must join His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit, the President of South Sudan, to fight these vices in the economic and financial sector. We must applaud our President for apprehending some of the culprits and beneficiaries of such economic crimes bedeviling our country. Under my leadership, the Parliament shall be more focused on the rights and interests of the citizens. Furthermore, I am also fully aware of the challenges facing members of the Parliament and its staff in relation to health care and medical support, emoluments, salaries, allowances, arrears, service benefits. This limits and it affects the capacity of the honourable members and the staff to attend prudently to their tasks. It is deeply concerning that we have lost over 100 of our colleagues due to inadequate access to timely medical care. Under our leadership, we should endeavour to prioritize the improvement of medical allowance and ensure that members and staff receive the care they truly deserve. There is pressing need to reform and strengthen the administrative structures of the Transitional National Legislative Assembly by reviewing staff recruitment and reducing unemployment. They install and improve the Hansard department, capacity building for MPs and staff, and so on. Regionally and internationally, your August House will continue to actively participate in all relevant global parliamentary fora and strive to pay our obligations in these bodies. In conclusion, I reiterate unity, dialogue, and reconciliation among the members of the Parliament, executive and judiciary as well. I thank you very much.